Let's attack aggressively. Pretty cool. Contra. Yeah, just got it yesterday over at Toy Traders. It was a fun day. Apparently they got all the spread shots and everything. I'm going to start opening these videos with my new favorite toy. Also, check this out. This is a vintage 1995 Marvel Angel Domination shirt, but it's the alternate cover. The back's pretty cool. Probably worth about 200, 250, but yeah, pretty tight. So I thought I'd wear it in this video before it gets sold or someone buys it or I trade for it. So, yeah, there's been a couple pickups lately. The first guy was a very nice individual. He had a really sad story though. So he apparently did have ASM 1 to 2 up to 100. No, it was 3 up to 100. He didn't have 1 and 2, he said. And he had that fucking just hanging out, and he had a roommate, and the roommate stole it and skipped town with all his comic books. Fucking brutal. So anyways, he needed to get some money together for his daughter or his mom. Yeah, he had some stuff going on. He's a really nice guy. We talked for like 30 minutes about comics. He's been out of the game for a long time. And he had all these old Hulk comics, unfortunately not 102, but 103 up to about 120. And then a couple other variant stuff. I didn't find anything else big in there. But yeah, some cool stuff. And I was just like, what do you want? He's like, $300. I'm like, that's very reasonable. Here you go. Bing, bang, boom. Very easy and nice sale. So we're going to be taking a look at that one first. The second one is a bit unique because it happened in 2 parts. So he said he had a Conan collection with Conan 1 in it. I'm like, okay, cool. So they were from Steveston down in Richmond, and they brought it up. And I went out, really nice guys, talked to them for a while. Everything was in banker's boxes, though. It was just no bags and boards, nothing in good condition, just kind of crushed. And I was going through, and I saw Star Wars 1. And I'm like, look, I don't really want to go through all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Let me see the Conans. And they're like, oh, we didn't bring Conan 1 to 10. I'm like, why would you not bring that? Buddy's like, I want to read them. I don't know why you want to read a $500 book, but all right, it's your shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. That's fine. Bring them tomorrow or whatever. Let's do a deal for this stuff here so you don't got to take it back upstairs when you get to your house. They're like, that sounds great. So I'm like, do you have a price in mind? They said 500. I'm like, sure. So I gave them $500 for that lot because I saw that Star Wars 1 in there. But the next day, I wish I got like a video or a picture of it, but like literally I brought it up and my whole floor, because like to go through a collection like that, it was about 4 long boxes. The first thing I did, took everything out of banker's boxes, put it in 4 long boxes. And then after that started, going through like, so there's like a Spider-Man pile, an Iron Man pile, a Hulk pile, and then a random pile, a DC pile. So literally my whole house and my whole floor was just random piles of comics on the ground. So it was fun. So it literally took probably 8 hours of organizing and stuff. And because he said he had Conan 1, like the whole series, and that he had Savage Sword of Conan the whole series. Not true. He didn't have any Conan under 50, really. And if he did, they were tattered, like coverless. And same for Savage Sword. There's really nothing under 50. And if it was tattered and coverless. My baby boy Kitty is looking at me right now. Can I help you, my son? Can I help you? You want to come say hi to everybody? Oh, it's his favorite. You haven't been here in a little bit. Do you see them? He's my co-host. I actually had, I think it was the guy that bought the Conan. He called in and said, we look forward to meeting you and your partner Caspian. And I'm like, Caspian's my cat, right? And they're like, oh no, we didn't. So they didn't really understand that he's the head honcho of treats on the website. But it's a good thing about a substantial cat. Heavy petting. He loves it. So anyways, I bought that collection, and yeah, so it's a pretty complete Savage Sword, but I also had 1 to 36 already in a nicer grade, so I think I'm going to combine those. And the Conan, I think I'm just going to take it all down to the auction house. It's pretty complete, but it's got a lot of holes, and a lot of the stuff's kind of low grade, so it's not worth it for me. There really wasn't any other huge books, and that Star Wars one was not in the greatest condition. You know, I saw Tomb of Dracula in there. You know what I was hoping for? It wasn't in there. And there was also like Hulk 200 and 191, but no 181, obviously. And then the next day he brought a couple more books in, like Spider-Woman 1 and Savage She-Hulk 1. And then, yes, but it was only Conan 1 to 6. So I ended up giving him $400 for that stuff. So, yeah, not like the crazy lucrative, crazy ones that I sometimes get, but that one was still pretty good. And they were really nice people. And I think they were happy with the whole thing that went down. So anyways, without further ado, let's take a look at the collection. All right, so here's the first collection of the Hulks here. I'm trying out a new recording way today. Yeah, so 103, too bad 102 wasn't there. These are all pretty nice. As far as I know, there's not any big keys in these. Just a lot of really cool covers. That one's even in Mylar. I don't know why. But yeah, as far as I can tell, there's not really any big keys going on in here, so. Kind of stick together a little bit. Yeah, pretty damn nice copies. They all look like this one, for instance. That one looks extremely nice. Oh, there's a little bit going on in that corner there. But yeah, these are probably going to go to the auction house. So yeah, like I said, I pretty much bought the collection for these. That's a bit of a key, I think. There's an old Iron Man for you. Daredevil 15, no significance. 52. And a kind of old Fantastic Four, I guess. I don't think that's a key, but I didn't really check. There's that classic cover. This one, I might try and grade that one, actually, because it looked pretty nice. So, there is this in a newsstand, but it's got a couple pretty deep ticks on it, so I'm probably just going to sell it raw. And then a couple Wolverine, because no collection would be complete without it. And a couple newsstands. I got a bunch of these in newsstands. Might pull that one out too. What's this one looking like? I'm listening to like weird Russian heavy metal right now. So yeah, those are getting graded. Some old X-Men. Faded Spider-Man vs. Wolverine. Old Thor. Older Batman. I just saw this was a Canadian price variant, but I don't know if that's not getting a 9.8 anyways. Okay. Alright, now we're into the modern stuff. So I spent some time going through and looking up 9.8 prices. So out of everything I looked at, these are the three that are worth grading. This is a Djurdovic, I don't know how to say that guy's name, cover. So that one's worth grading. This one's barely worth grading, but kind of cool. And then this one's also barely worth grading, but still cool. So those are graded pile. And then just some newer Immortal Hulk. A lot of variant covers. I had to look up some of these. It's a lot of whatnot stuff. I don't really know who's gonna buy that stuff, but that's why it's all going to the auction. Yeah, that's a trade paperback actually. And then Berserker and some Batman trades. Not really trades, but kinda. So yeah, that's that collection. Okay, so here's the Conan collection. I don't want to spend a huge amount of time on this, but this is an entire long box of Conan here. I guess the earliest one is 18. This is in okay condition, I guess. But then the rest of these are coverless, torn apart, and just not really very good. But it is almost complete, starting at around 60 and up. But there's still like 1 or 2 issues missing here or there. But yeah, it goes all the way to the end. All the way to 275, which I'm going to show you in a minute here. And then it's also a lot of the newer Conan. I don't know, probably can't see anything there. This isn't the best way of doing this, but that's how we're doing it today. Is my head in here? Hey, how you doing? So there's a bunch of King Conan to the end, and stuff like this. But yeah, Conan, like the entire collection at $275. You're such a nice little man. I can't even believe it. You want to say hi to all the people? You want to say hi to all of them? You know you're more popular than me. You know that? You're the most popular little man that was ever born. You know that? Do you know? Thank you. I needed a cleaning. And this took a lot of organizational time too, so. Amazing Spider-Man, there's a couple older ones. Should maybe put these in some plastic so they don't look so fucked. But yeah, this is a very low grade collection. But there's a bunch of ASM, can you see that stuff? Alright, there we go. So some older Spider-Man. I just tried to put everything together. So Western books, a bunch of Rawhide Kid. I don't know why those are in there. That's actually out of sequence. Anyways, here's some Living Vampire. So yeah, cool stuff if it was in higher grade, but this is some of the cooler stuff. The Random Marvel Adventures and Astonishing Tales and Sectars, Son of Satan. I think I meant to put that in with the horror stuff. So. Then some Hulk. No luck on the 181. A bunch of old Defenders. I didn't bother putting these in order either, but a bunch of old Fantastic Four. The Tomb of Dracula stuff was kind of sad because I was hoping there would have been some bigger keys in there, but there was not. See, here's where I'm going to put the Western stuff. Perfect. Just perfect. And then a bunch of Scalp Hunter. If anyone gives a crap about this weird DC stuff. Claw, Call, Iraq, Warlord, some Elric, and a bunch of Captain Canuck at the end here. Oh yeah, a bunch of Disney stuff too. That's kind of cool, an old comic pack. Color cutout 3D diorama. I didn't actually even look for that. I don't think it's in there. Still cool. And I did already get rid of some crap at an auction house, so it is what it is there. But we got a bunch of old Doctor Strange. A lot of it. What If. But yeah, tons of Doctor Strange. As far as I know, there's not any keys in here, but I didn't really go too meticulous because, as far as I know, there isn't any huge keys in there. So I don't really want to spend a bunch of time. See, I'm OCD. I'm trying to put that what if with the other what if now. I'm making really good content that's very nice to watch. In fact, you'll probably never see this because I'll probably just edit this part out. But I'm going to keep talking because why the hell not? Okay, so there's that Doctor Strange. We'll add these two what ifs in there. We got a bunch of red Sonya as well. And a bunch of Eternals. I don't know if there's number 1 in there. I didn't really look. There's a bunch of Howard the Duck too. I guess we'll put number 1 in front here. A bunch of Khazar. John Carter. Captain Marvel. I thought I had the horror stuff somewhere around here. Where did I put it? Bunch of old Miss Marvel. I think number 1's in here. Yeah, I'll put number 1 in the front. That's actually the first Mystique. Or no, the first cameo Mystique, I think. I didn't actually, I don't know if there is that first Mystique in here. I didn't really notice it. So it's probably not in there. Bunch of Thor. A lot of Thor. Bunch of Black Panther and Iron Fist. And there's the horror stuff. Alright, so here's all the Savage Sword of Conan. Like, it's a lot of really low grade stuff. Like, what's this one? Number 13, no cover. And then 19, 27, 31, you know, just random. After a certain point, 43, 47, oh, that's out of order. 43, 44, 46, 47. So yeah, it's definitely not complete, like I was told, but 50, 52, 53, 55, yeah, there's a bunch of issues missing. But I do have 1 to 36 over there, but as you can see, it's pretty extensive. Past a certain point, it seems like it gets less holy. No, maybe not. $99. Past a certain point, it looks like it's less like that. But yeah, Tomb of Dracula, Merlin, Howard the Duck. Savage Tales, The Face of AIDS. Neat. And some old books from Vancouver. A couple treasuries. This one's kind of interesting. The Cultivator's Book of Marijuana. Neat. And there's a really old newspaper from the 80s. And then some more Conan Saga. And Conan the Savior and some Call. Okay, so as far as the keys, we got this Conan number 1. It's looking pretty nice. I would say it's about a 6 or a 7. Let's take a look at the back. So yeah, a little bit of damage on the spine. But yeah, it just needs a little TLC. Might be putting this in the auction because I already got one to deal with. And these vintage books take such a long time to grade and everything. Number 2, wrote this same condition apart from that. Or that's on the book. Or no, that's on the bag. So. So 1 to 6. So this one's kind of cool. The very final Conan, the end. It's also a newsstand. So apparently there's a real low print running out. So the first Red Sonja. And then these are all Canadian price variants, actually. You can't even find these, so it's kind of rare. I was thinking about getting this graded, but oh yeah, there's a tear at the top there, that's why. And then both of these are Canadian price variants as well. So there was a Star Wars #1 in there. A lot of damage down there and scuffing all down the spine. So this is in pretty good condition, but not quite worth grading for me. Spider-Woman 1. So the Phantom, an old Captain America, first appearance of Gamora, and then just some older X-Men. 104, one of my favorite covers. And then a really old Turok in the 50s. And then Planet Stories, also really old. I don't know the exact date, but yeah, neat. Wow, wonderful, life-changing. So a lot of that stuff's going to be going into, it'll already be in this week, or it's already done. I don't know. But we'll be at the, I call it Canuck Auctions, but it's actually called Great Canadian, I think, still. They were rebranding. I don't know. You guys know where to find it. I got links, and if you don't know, please ask me. And yeah, they ship all around the world. And yeah, some of that stuff might get graded. I might grade that Conan, or I might just sell it raw. I'm not really too sure yet. Anyways, if you're interested in any of that stuff, please hit me up quickly. And yeah, that's about it for this week. Or a month. I don't know. Depends on when stuff comes in. But once again, thank you all for your support and for watching me ramble about crap that you probably don't care about. And I'll see you when I sees ya.